right, good afternoon, everyone. This is a brand new edition of Coffee and Conversation.
That's right.
We're coming live on Tuesday, today at 2. And so I believe from here on out, we're going to start building up momentum.
That's right.
For Tuesday at 2, Coffee and Conversation.
Yeah, we had to make some. We had to pivot. So we're going to get, we just had to make a little pivot real quick. But it's all right.
It's all right. Once again, my name is Craig. I'm your Capital Recovery Center recovery coach.
And my name is Michael. I'm one of the grateful recovery coaches here at Capital Recovery Center. I'm a little bit more motivated after a vacation. Got a lot more gas in the tank.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. Always good to have you on board. So let's get this party started.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of announcements for you guys. Y'all got to tune in.
Got a sober party.
Come on.
So on Wednesday, ROW Roll on Wheels bus will be located at Wendy's, 39 East Broad Street, here in the great city of Bristol, New Jersey, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Please come out, tell a friend that we out there in the community providing help.
Wednesday from 10 to 2, we'll be there if anybody is in need of getting some type of services to go away. Although you can call us anytime that you would like, but the Recovery on Wheels bus will be out there from 10 to 2 on Wednesday, and then on Monday,
I will be out there. Yours truly, Craig, will be at the municipal police department, and I will be there with the road bus as well from 10 to 2, along with another recovery coach. So please come out for that as well. And so we are open, right, Mike?
1 to 9.
1 to 9.
Every Tuesday from 1 p.m. We open all the way up until we open at 8:30, but we'll be here all the way to 9 p.m. So with that being said, we keep telling y'all all the groups that y'all see us do on virtual, y'all able to come attend all these groups in person. So what we're going to be doing all throughout the week, I am going to be literally going live for 5 and 10 minutes to tell people they'll come to these groups, because it's about building your momentum, keeping your recovery momentum. Mm-hmm. So on Tuesdays, our Tuesday lineup is very special. We have the 2 p.m. Coffee and Conversation. Then we got one at 5 o'clock.
Live at 5.
We have
our Capital Recovery Center Men in Training, MIT. And yours truly will be a part of that.
See it on the screen.
See it on the screen. Me, along with Mike today. We're going to get that going on. And so I believe at 7 tonight. Also, we have our Gratitude Tuesday.
Yeah, what are you grateful for?
Wow,
that's a good one.
We got a whole host of things that we're working on, and so please be a part of what we are doing in the community. Let someone know that Capital Recovery Center is open officially, and we're here to serve you in the community.
And share all the information, because we're going to build up the momentum or tell the people about the programs that we're doing. But we also need your assistance in sharing these particular lives and letting people know that these programs are available to them, because everybody needs to get some type of programming all throughout their recovery.
Yes.
So what else we got?
I believe that covered all the announcements. Once again, don't forget, on Tuesday, we have our all recovery meeting. We start at 1
Thursday.
On Thursday. I said Tuesday, Thursday.
All recovery. We didn't forget that meeting.
That's right.
We got a lot going on. So what we're going to focus on, those particular groups right there are the groups that we're going to keep building momentum up. Coffee and Conversation at 2, mentoring at 5, and at 7 we have our Gratitude Tuesdays, and on Thursdays all recovery meetings right there. We're going to.
What about our Saturday?
Our Saturday is going to be every third Saturday of the month. Mm-hmm. We're going to have some type of family dynamic always going on. With next month, we're going to have 3 open house series. We're going to have 3 different days in times that we're going to have open house.
Mm-hmm. So stay tuned for all that good stuff. And so we just give us some feedback as well. Let us know what we're doing, well and let us know what we can do better.
Yeah.
So,
Comments, concerns, criticism. Send all your criticisms, Craig.
why not? What we working on today?
Hey, so today, this been in my mind. I was thinking about being things that you can do to strengthen your recovery. And the reason why this came to me as a particular title is because a lot of times individuals think it's just one thing that they have to do and then the whole process is over. But that's actually not true. There is a whole process that you can go through and you can strengthen your recovery.
I wonder why that's been on your mind, because I'm looking at the web title, the web address.
Yeah.
And it says michaelshouse.com. Hey man, you know, I don't know how you slid that in there,
You
man.
caught on to that. I don't know how you noticed that. As soon as I went to that and seen that Michael went to call, I said, let's see what they got.
Michael's house.
I had to stop by and see what they got.
Yeah, that's good.
I had to stop by. I'm still looking, my voice is going out. I was talking on Sunday. But anyway, look, things you can do to strengthen your recovery. So that's what we're going to cover today. We're going to cover a few areas. This is not an exhaustive list. There's other things that you can do, but we want to point out a few to you. It says, anyone fresh from drug rehab knows the importance of putting their recovery first. In all things, no matter what comes up, there is nothing more important than staying sober after addiction. Staying actively engaged, key word right there. Staying actively engaged during recovery includes attending therapy, one of my favorite words, maintaining a medication schedule if necessary, and continuing to pursue the most beneficial treatments. In most cases, especially for patients who attend residential programs, people new to recovery have a list of referrals and therapeutic treatment plans to help them transition into independent living. With the broad strokes of recovery firmly in place, what are some other ways to ensure long-term recovery success?
Wow. And so I like that the first introduction, especially like Mike said, the therapeutic or therapy phase. I just want to share this with the community at large. I am in recovery, and so I feel that it's important to always work on yourself. You see LeBron, after the season over, all the athletes, they go out and they still train, they still get their bodies in shape. And so me being in long-term recovery, I recently started seeing a therapist because I know the importance of trauma for a lot of people like myself who may experience some type of trauma. Mine may be different than yours. Mine may be a little far gone than yours. But however, always work on yourself, whether it be, like the article say, therapist maintaining medication schedule if necessary.
And you gotta, it says, with the broad strokes of recovery framework in place, what are some other ways to ensure long-term recovery success? And like he's saying, you have to know what you need to put in place in your recovery process. And a lot of times people try to skip some steps and don't go to the necessary extremes, as if when we are actively using, we go to the extreme to get the substance.
Yeah.
But when it's dealing with just strengthening the recovery, we be wanting to do the basics. I mean, one meeting, that's good. We don't want to go to the extreme. But actually, I tell people all the time, in August, I'll be coming up on 13 years, and I still look for ways to strengthen my recovery because I got to keep it going. So the number one, the first one we want to talk about is know your relapse triggers. This is so important, so important. The better someone knows his personal triggers, the things that bring on a desire to drink or get high, the better he's able to plan in advance for ways to deal with the triggers. For example, if being around people who drink makes someone want to drink, then it's time to leave the party, take a walk, etc. When others start breaking out the champagne or cracking open the beer, taking time to really think through the emotion associated with using, anger, depression, irritation, anxiety, and discomfort is an important first step to managing the desire to drink. Take a walk, get away from it.
Yeah. And so instead of utilizing, trying to remedy these emotional behaviors that the articles just point out, because a lot of times we become frustrated, become angry, become depressed because things not going our way, maybe feeling irritable because someone said or during a relationship, we may feel ourselves and we may get around someone who may relieve their self, but they might not be in an active state of addiction, but you may be in an early stage of recovery.
Yeah.
And so the article says, gently remove yourself.
Leave.
First, identify, say, I'm having a bad day. I know if I go around that, I'm going to indulge.
Yeah. You got to know it.
You have to know that. That's very important. Identifying your triggers. No relapse triggers. Okay, the second one. You want to add to that, Mike?
Yeah, one thing. I was talking to a gentleman yesterday, and I asked him, do he still hang around with his friends who are smoking? And he says, yes. I said, do it make you want to smoke? He said, yeah. I said, do you have friends who don't smoke? And he said, yes. I said, start trying to spend more time with them because they won't trigger you to smoke if they don't. Wow. So you got to know. The thing is, that the point I wanted to make is, he recognized that those guys that were smoking is his trigger, but he also was aware, or he was made aware by me, that he has friends who don't smoke, so try to spend more time with them.
You gave him a good alternative.
Yeah,
wow.
He has both.
Right.
But the ones that are smoking, when he sees somebody smoke, it triggers him to smoke.
Mm-hmm. And so the second one says, join a support group. A lot of people are fearful of that, and I don't know why. Because maybe they asking you to go through each step, and the steps, come to find out, it's not no easy step. They can be very challenging, and some of you may feel that you can't complete them for whatever reason. But don't let that deter you. The article says, join a support group. Mm-hmm. Many people think of 12-step meetings when they think of support groups. But there are other groups that meet a variety of needs. Wow, that's very important.
Yeah, that's true.
That is, like we talked about. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Like we have all these groups and stuff right here. You got so many different groups that meets a variety of needs, and each group is different. It can provide for a lot of different things.
Yeah. Like Mike always said, there's many ways to recovery.
Multiple pathways
to recovery. Life Brings Secular Recovery, that's one. Women for Sobriety and Smart Recovery are just a few. Each offers non-religious support for different recovery populations with in-person meetings or online options.
Yeah, so you can have them online like we're doing.
Like we're doing here.
You can come to this meeting. Again, I won't stop stressing it that you can attend our meeting in person and you can view it online. Mm-hmm. So you can join. Just so happened during the COVID pandemic, a lot of people had got laxed. They got like, I can get myself filled from you know what, I ain't going out.
Yeah.
And I think and you know what I have noticed, it's that way in every arena. Recovery, church, work, like people who lost the desire to work. Yeah. Not people that's old. Not, you know what I mean? I'm talking about young people, young, strong people. Yeah. Just lost the desire, detached. They just, joining a support group, we got to pick that thing up and keep it going because the addictive side didn't take a break. Mm-hmm. People still, that thing's still full-fledged, it's killing people. Yeah. So it didn't take like a COVID break. Yeah. Like we are in recovery or in church or in work. The things that's trying to actually destroy our lives is still. Yeah. So you got to join your support group and be active.
Yeah, because we're sociable people, and so therefore, a lot of times I may gain something from a sociable interaction, such as a group meeting or or in church, I may fellowship, or at work, I might need some hands-on training. So don't just exclude social interaction.
Absolutely. Number 3, let's move along here. We got
number 3.
Make positive lifestyle changes. Avoiding relapse start with decreasing overall stress levels, improving mood, cultivating wellness. This means eating healthy, getting a good sleep every night, and incorporating regular exercise into your daily schedule. The better someone feels, this is so true, the easier it is for him or her to manage frustration and unexpected emotion gratefully without turning to drugs and alcohol. Wow. When you feel good, you just have a good day, your body, you might have aches and pains when you get older. I know I do. But there are some days when you just feel, I feel good today.
Well rested, rejuvenated, just came from vacation. Man, tell the people about all the fun you had. They may not see the video.
You get real fresh, man. You get fresh. You get relaxed. Yeah. You get energized. I'm telling you, it's not like it.
Yeah, and so there may be one aspect a person may be working on is exercise, right? Mm-hmm. But then they may neglect the proper sleep, the proper diet or food intake. I remember when I used to exercise regularly, proper diet intake, wasn't key at all. I was just eating just to try to build my mass up. Yeah. And then sometimes I would cut back and be a vegetarian. And then I said, man, listen, this ain't working. But there's a balance. And
so, you got to make positive lifestyle changes. And every person is different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You might don't have to change something that I changed. I might have to change, like I love cheeseburgers. I was having blood pressure issues or whatever, so I had to cut out. I still eat them, but I limited the amount of them that I eat. Mm-hmm. So that was a positive lifestyle change. So when you, in your own personal life, you got to make positive lifestyle changes that are beneficial to you. Mm-hmm. So don't just make it because your neighbor did it. My neighbor did that. Mm-hmm. Nah, make sure you make the changes that are beneficial to you. Mm-hmm.
All right. So number 4, it talks about practice mindfulness. Practice mindfulness. Staying in the moment without judging it good or bad, and focus on just one thing at a time reduces stress. Another good way to tackle a rough moment. Take a minute to focus on breathing in and breathing out. Mm-hmm. Noticing feelings and considering a next to feel better. For example, leave the situation, get a snack,
take a nap,
etc. And so what they're actually talking about is breathing exercise or physical exercise, whereas you can self-evaluate some calm scenes, whereas you're not flooding yourself with so many outside signals, whereas you cannot stay focused. So I say, practice mindfulness. Take some time to focus on yourself by just pausing and breathe before, sometimes somebody might rub you the wrong way and you may feel that you have to respond at that given moment. The article says, breathe in, breathe out.
Just focus on your breathing.
Yeah, notice how you feel. Just give that some thought and then
practice mindfulness.
Yeah, practice it, and then you come back and say, well, you know what? I can handle this situation this way. Now that I feel myself, I calm down. My heart is not racing. My nerves ain't, jittery, and so I'm not flooded with a whole bunch or inundated with a whole bunch of negative thoughts.
I remember one time, I don't remember where I was, but they used to turn on some like music, like waves.
Behavior modification.
Was that it? And we do the calm thing?
Inside. Well, if you ever been to some type of treatment or...
That's where, I don't remember. I remember it, but I don't remember where I did it.
Department of Correction, they utilize that a lot.
Yeah. To music playing, Close your eyes, imagine yourself on the beach.
Think of a calm scene. Count down
Practice.
from 100.
Yeah.
Let your muscle relax, you know, and just get away for a while. Because a lot of times we're so aroused by stimuli, and if we're not able to recognize the stimuli that's been fed into us, we may respond irrational.
So this is an important tip for you to practice mindfulness. When you practice mindfulness, you'll pay attention to the things that's going on around you instead of you just not paying attention to it. You're conscious of everything that's going on, even imagining yourself being somewhere else.
Someone else.
That's good.
You know, a guy asked me, said, man, where in the world I'm gonna find a calm scene? I got to go on the moon to find it. But not, you don't really have to actually, you know,
you can make that place.
Like, you know, find an island, a private island where the only thing you hear is the ocean, ebb and flow.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I like that. Number 5.
Number 5.
I'm missing one.
Right.
5, right?
Yep.
Okay, find stable employment. Financial stress to trigger relapse. So true. The best way to manage this is to find employment. At first, it may be necessary to take whatever legal job option is available in order to pay the bills. Once settled into a job with the ability to set a budget and get some savings, it's easiest to explore more interesting job options.
Wow.
So you got to get something.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah, you got to take something.
You got to crawl before you walk.
Yeah, whatever legal job is available.
Mm-hmm. You have to walk before you run. So
I'm thinking about the radio commercial. Real job, people.
Real job. He got a new one out too.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah. So a lot of our target population, they get frustrated. I know I got frustrated many of times with place of employment where I felt like I was just been stagnant. But this article said, stay there, work on financial budgeting, work on the security, financial security.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're doing that, if you feel that this job is leading to a dead end and you don't see any progress, the option is search for another job. Don't leave that job.
Absolutely.
Please don't leave that job.
Don't do that because it says financial stress can trigger relapse.
Yep.
You're just stressed out on your finances, so don't leave it.
Don't leave it just like that without having something to fall back on. All right. Number 6, make goals. That's a big one. Make goals, career goals, personal goals, goals to accomplish with family or close friends, and recovery goals are important. People who know what they want in any area of life learn to avoid stagnation, boredom, and depression. Once someone has a clear idea of what he wants to accomplish, it's important to create an action plan, or I like that breaks the goal up into manageable pieces. Keep track of progress with the calendar or other schedule and celebrate every victory. That is so big, so vital, because it says, right? It says to avoid stagnation and boredom and depression. Once someone has a clear idea of what he wants to accomplish, it's important to create an action plan. How you move from point A to point B without falling victim into some of those.
That's a go.
Traps.
Action plan.
Yeah, action plans. You know, we do that here, but we don't. We call it recovery management plan. And so it's so important to have a plan in place. There's a quote where it says, "A person don't plan
is doomed to fail."
Is doomed to fail. And so always, whether like I said, write it on the calendar, write it on the journal, put it in your phone. They got all these gadgets.
Keep track of your progress.
Good. And celebrate every victory, whether it's small
as big. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Man, it's so important. Man.
Yeah. When you make goals, you celebrate even the smallest of victories. And it says, well, I like what it says. It's important to create an action plan that breaks the goals up into manageable pieces. Because when you set these goals and you can take the steps, you're like, all right, I got to this step, I got to that step, I got to that step. And then you celebrate. But you gotta you gotta have some type of goals in place. You gotta put something in place if you want to strengthen your recovery.
And no, there's nothing better to invest in yourself.
Mm-mm.
Nothing better than to invest in yourself. If you don't have faith that you can accomplish something, then nobody else is gonna be able to do it for you.
Yeah.
You have to believe in yourself that you're able to do it.
Yeah, you definitely have to.
Yeah.
Number 7, high recovery coach. Right? Hey, listen.
Now you talking.
A recovery coach or life coach helps someone organize the details of a sober life. Hence, recovery management plan. For anyone unsure how to fill time, recovery coaches offer help figuring out goals and making a plan to achieve them. Coaches also help clients track down documents, get a job, find a place to live, or buy a car. They also offer support for going to a stressful family event or managing a situation that can bring on a relapse. Mm-hmm. So when you have your recovery coach here at Calvary Recovery Center, we can help tie you into different situations that you might be needing help in. It's not just the recovery process, because sometimes you might need linkage to get to your medical documents. You might need to get a resume. You might need temporary ID. It's a whole bunch of stuff that the recovery coach can help you with.
That we may have found ourselves in, and that we have learned how to manage, or someone helped us along the way. We don't say that we know it all or we have it all, but if I don't know it, I'm gonna go to Mike, and hopefully he would know it. If he don't know it,
we go to someone
else who may know it. But our goal is to empower you with some capital recovery.
What you might need. We just did a situation like that not a couple of minutes ago. Someone needed something, and then we had to, everybody was thinking of different resources that we can give that person. And that wasn't just me. Everybody else was thinking while we was talking, they was thinking of different, what about this? What about this? What about that?
So with that person who we was assisting, he's on the phone.
Yeah, making a connection.
You know, some people may need more hand holding. And then some people who just take the lead that you give them, and they go on for there and make things happen. So, all right. Number 8, be grateful.
That's you or me?
Oh, that's me.
Okay.
Be grateful. We're going to talk about Gratitude Tuesday tonight with an introduction. So, but let's dive in what this article is talking about. To be grateful. Anyone who survives addiction knows the act is worth gratitude. But staying sober means avoiding thoughts that bog a person down or trigger a desire to use. Rather than ruminating on past wrongs, reliving past choices and addiction, reliving past choices and addiction, or drowning in sadness is far more productive to focus on the beauty of life. And so, what that reminds me of doing this reading was positive reinforcement. And so a lot of times when we talk about cognitive change, we always use positive reinforcement to get rid of the old thought behavior, the old pattern of behavior. We like to replace those with, like Mike was saying, he talked with a young person the other day. Mike said it earlier. He found someone who smoked. He asked a question. You know, how that make you feel? And the guy was honest.
Yeah, he was.
He said, I be one of you. So what Mike gave him was some positive reinforcement. He said, what do you have? He asked another question. Do you have positive friends who don't use?
And he said, yeah.
So Mike suggested, give them a try more so the ones that you used to use with.
Especially if it's triggering.
Yeah, absolutely.
So be grateful.
Be grateful.
And be grateful about your situations. Don't dwell on the past. Mm-hmm. The only power your past has over you is the power you give it. So number 9, here we go. Take some time. Take some me time, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. While it's important to attend therapy sessions, support groups, and maintain mental health, these healthy activities also take up time. Everyone, even extreme extroverts, needs time to do something special alone. Yes, it's important to find a job, go back to school, spend time reconnecting with family and friends, but time for relaxing is just as important. Write it on a daily schedule and don't forget to do it. Woo! Take some me time.
That's heavy. I like that. Self-care.
Yeah.
Self-care is so important.
Self-care, yeah.
Right?
That's what I thought about when I read it.
Yeah. And especially to feel that as a counselor, like a certified counselor, you know, even when I was going through therapeutic community treatment program, they talked about the rate of burnout, even as a counselor, maybe whatever other fields, you have to take some time. And so if that's important for those who are in the healthcare field, so it's also important for those who are in recovery.
Absolutely.
All right? So it doesn't just apply to one, it applies to all of us.
Every side.
All right. Number 10, and I believe this is the last one from the 10 things you can do to strengthen your recovery.
It's fine.
It's by michaelhouse.com. Learn how to say no.
Uh-oh.
This is a big one.
Big one.
In an effort to make up for past poor choices, many people in recovery feel obligated to say yes whenever someone asks for help. While it's a good idea and part of building strong relationships to give to others and be supportive, it's not good to be a doormat. Don't let people just walk all over.
You gotta say no.
You gotta say no. I gotta stand just as well. You can accept my yes, you can accept my no's. All right. If someone asks for favors over and over, or helping certain people ends up sapping energy and creating stress, it's time to say no.
Say no. You have to learn how to say no. Because a lot of times I think people I don't have that issue, but a lot of times people who have the issue of saying no, they think the other person they saying no to is going to feel different about them, or at least about the relationship they have. Yeah. So I think, I'm not an expert at it, I think a lot of people who have a problem saying no feel like that's going to change that relationship. Right. So, but it's not.
No, because they'll get over it, you know. And then it makes you wonder, what kind of relationship did we have?
Anyway, if you can take my yes, but not my no.
Not my no.
Then it wasn't really that.
Yeah. And they said, people oftentimes drain your energy. Sap, they use the word sap. They pull your energy, suck the energy out of it. Don't allow nobody to make you feel like a doormat and sap the energy out of you.
So that with that, we're gonna
that was good stuff.
That's good stuff. So we was talking about the things you need to do to strengthen your recovery. Share this. We have a lot going on, and hopefully you'll be able to check it out later.
Yeah, and if you're around at 5, live at 5, we're gonna have our men in training MIT mentoring session. Tell a friend.
Come on out.
Be a part of what we're doing here at Capital Recovery Center. I'm telling you. Good stuff.
All right.